All right, guys, we are here. Our opponent is going first in this one, and we are playing our Centurion White Forest list. Really good opening with the toy box as well as the toy soldier. Now we're going to set the toy tank and the toy soldier as well as normal summon a star by sending that toy soldier to grave. Looks like our opponent has both the called by and the imperm. A very good way of stopping this deck is imperm or ash. So with the current meta of imperm and Veiler, it doesn't play around it very well, but it's very resilient. Now we're going to send Toy Soldier to the grave to get ourselves access to Trudea. Use Trudea effect to get ourselves access to Primera. Primera effect, we're going to get ourselves access to Wake Up Centurion. Now Wake Up Centurion is going to get us a level 8 here, and we are going to quick synchro into a level 12, and the level 12 of choice is going to be the Centurion Oxilla. Now using Oxilla effect, we're going to get Phalanx. We're going to go to battle, set that. My opponent reveals the Yubel in hand. Excuse me, but I'm going to use Ash on that. Do not want to give my opponent access to plays whatsoever. And giving him access to that Nightmare Pain spell is complete full combo. Now my opponent also reveals the Super Poly face down, so he takes away my whole entire board. Now, honestly, not the best, but I'll take 1500, and even with this combo set up here, he can't do much. Now he's going to activate the pure maps, go for the Simsar D-Lotus, normal summon it, I'm going to banish it. That card is not a quick effect, so it's really good, it's really easy to get stopped. Now, this is still a good board for him, honestly. Having access to 3 cards as well as some negates. Well, we're going to get ourselves access to Phalanx. We're going to use a star to send Toy Soldier. Our opponent is going to attempt to use the Phantom of Yubel. I'm going to chain the Max C here so I can get some extra drawing power off of this. Honestly, I'm not worried whatsoever yet. We're going to get our access to our Trudea, and we're also going to give him his effect. Now, Toy Tank is also going to special summon itself, but our opponent's also going to, of course, get access to another Yubel monster. Now, he gets access to the regular Yubel. I'm going to quick synchro into a level 12, and the level 12 of or level 10 of choice is going to be Chaos Angel. Now, I used a light and dark, so I felt like it was a good opinion. And this will let him stop my Chaos Angel, surprisingly, even though it can't be affected by monster effects. Now, he can't destroy his own monster, so we're still good here, but we're going to use Toy Box to send our 2 cards. We're going to end our turn there by sending Trudea to the back row. Now, honestly, with all this, we're still completely fine in this situation. Our opponent is going to summon another Phantom of Yubel. I'm going to instantly negate that, and hey, you're playing into my setup there because I wanted just to get rid of the negate so I could summon Trudea, and you'll see why my extra deck the way it is. My extra deck is the way it is because I play the Crimson Dragon target of Red Supernova exactly for the Yubel matchup. Now we're going to go Crimson Dragon, use Crimson Dragon effect as soon as we can to go into our level 12 Red Supernova, I'm pretty sure. Honestly, I feel like that's the right pick as of now, at least. He's already went through both of his negates. He can't really do much else. Synchro Rumble is here. He's going to now link off his 2 monsters into Predaplant Verte. Verte is going to send the Red Eyes Fusion to attempt to go into the Red Eyes Dark Dragon Dragoon. No negate off this guy, but an interesting summon nonetheless. I'm going to counter with Red Supernova, and we are going to banish his board as well as win the game. He surrenders right after that fact. Alright, our opponent is going first. We have 2 pieces of interaction for our first turn. Our opponent is playing Goblin Biker, a deck I recently showed off in stream, as well as a video with Phantom Knights, but Doug Charter is going to eat that Ash and then he's not going to have anything else. We're going to use Pure Map to get ourselves access to a star. I'm next going to set the Toy Soldier to trigger the Esteli effect in hand. Honestly, it's just a really good way to bait out Ash, because it is an ashable effect. I am then going to special summon the Toy Soldier to use its effect to give me access to Toy Box. Using Toy Box, I'm going to get access to another Toy Soldier and the Toy Tank. Now that gives me material for a star to send, and I'm going to send that Toy Tank to the graveyard. Honestly, not the best move right there for him to have a piece of interaction, but we will live. With Toy Tank, I'm be able to go into a 12 or 10. I'm going to show off the Chaos Angel again. I feel like I'm in a good spot nonetheless, and we are going to send that in set 2. I'm going to hit him for 3,500 and end my turn. I still have 2 pieces of interaction on my board. I'm not worried at all, and our opponent is going to surrender after that fact. Alright, our opponent is going first. I opened up a weird hand, but with Max C, we are still in this game. Our opponent reveals the King Sark. He's going to send a Fairy Tale Snow. Makes me kind of think he is on some kind of mill deck. Our opponent sets 1, and I draw a good card to start off the combo. With Synchro Rumble, we're going to be able to special summon that guy and also get our card. Now my opponent's going to reveal the Tierlaments Kashtira, try to attempt to mill 3. The reason why I negate this is because if I don't, my opponent has access to snow very easily. Now, with this, he has to send every single card he controls to get access to snow, but that was a really cheeky plan for him to get out Kikalos. Kikalos is here. He's going to take the Kikalos to add to hand Rhinoheart. He's not going to attempt to do any shenanigans, but I'm going to send Imperm to get myself access to Trudea. Trudea effect give me access to Primera. Primera effect gonna send for Wake Up Centurion. Use Wake Up Centurion to get me an 8. Use the Estelle and the level 8 Wake Up token to give me access to Chaos Angel. Banishing the Kikalos, going to battle to hit my opponent for half of his life points. Set myself up for a level 12 play of what's it called? Legacia. No negates here, but I'm not worried. I took out Kikalos. He can get mills and everything, but I'm still not worried whatsoever. With this though, I see his play is going for that zombie vampire. I'm just waiting because zombie vampire isn't an activatable effect. It is an effect where you have to detach for it. It's not a summon effect. It's not if this card is Xyz summon mill, detach and mill. So my Centurion Legacia is going to activate its effect to pop that. He's going to have his last resort of going for the Fairy Tale Snow to try to flip my guy face down, but it can't because of the Chaos Angel. Alright, going first now, using Toy Box, not a bad start. We have protection from Maxi, which is the only thing I really care about, especially with this hand. We're going to use Esteli to send a Toy Soldier. That's fine. I ate in interaction there. Getting rid of that, we are going to then special summon the Toy Soldier. Use Toy Soldier effect to get us access to the level 4 tuner. Next, going to send the Toy Tank to get us access to Sylvie, as well send itself. Or summon itself. We're not doing too bad here. Getting access to the trap, we are going to sync off into a level 6 here and go into the level 6 tuner that sends a trap for cost. Now this will get us access to two-hand Primera, and we are also, since we sent a trap, get access back to our star. Now a star is going to special summon itself, and we are going to set that trap right back in the back row. I'm going to send the trap so I have a card I can get off of Diabolese. My opponent is then going to take the initiative to Nibiru there. Very good Nibiru for him. Didn't play around it at all. I could have, but I got greedy. He's going to set 3. I'm going to attempt to summon the tuner because I can. Looks like my opponent is playing branded. Not branded, I'm sorry. Labyrinth, my best guess, because of the sleeves and just how he played. I'm going to attempt to do my combos the best I can. We're going to get ourselves a star back to hand, get Toy Soldier to search for another toy box. Our opponent's going to reveal the first trap, which will eat our Ash Blossom. Not too bad. Eating that Ash Blossom was really good for us. Next up, our opponent is going to declare, what's it called? He's going to declare Dimension Barrier, so no worries there. Alright, we're just going to go to battle, hit him for a little bit of damage, get rid of his last pieces. He's going to set the Welcome Labyrinth, and he's going to get a chance to activate it. Getting access to the Irene, not too shabby. He's going to then set 2 guys to get us access to the other trap. Now, he could have just got the trap, but he kind of got greedy there. He wasted a lot of resources, but he's going to go to battle. Toy Box is instantly going to destroy that, and then I'm going to Ash that, stopping my opponent's trap, meaning they're going to lose their monster as well as their trap's not going to resolve. That is when our opponent is going to surrender. Alright, we are going into the next game. Our opponent is going first. Looks like we got another crazy Labyrinth matchup on us. Not the greatest hand. It's a weird hand. I think it's doable. A star is going to get negated. Not the best, but I think we'll live. I'm really looking at a weird hand, and I have no idea what I did with it. Hey, all I know is I won this game, and you guys will see how just with the ability of what I try to do. We're going to use Coral Dragon to send the Effect Veiler to make my opponent reveal the Called By. I guess he just really wanted to get rid of my level 4 tuner. He's going to stop that, and I'm going to use Stand-Up Centurion. I feel like I did my best to bait out pieces, and looks like Baron Defear is going to be my saving grace here, using Coral Dragon and Trudea, drawing me a card, meaning I have a card to start off with next turn, as well as I have 1 negate. So we're not in a bad spot. Baron, 1 negate, he has 3 cards, it still could be close, but opponent, I don't know what was going on with him, but I guess he just didn't have enough game to keep going. Alright, opponent's going first. We have 1 piece of interaction in the starting hand. He's setting 3. Looks like he's playing a bunch of floodgates. If I play my cards right, I don't really need spell cards. Our opponent is going to Ash the draw. I think he's just unfamiliar with how my deck works. So, Toy Soldier is here. Gonna get ourselves access to Toy Box. Next up, we're going to go into a level 8 Synchro in Diabolese, which is fine. I mean, it's not bad. We're going to pop. We're going to hit him for 25. We're going to set 3 and pass there. We have 2 traps in negation as well as Toy Box if we get to the next turn. Our opponent reveals the Nightmare Unicorn in attempts to counter trap me. Now the only way to respond to a counter trap is another counter trap. Luckily for us, reframing is here, and so we're going to be able to stop my opponent completely and get rid of his plays. Now my opponent reveals the Kashtira Birth, which I have no worries about since his anti-spell fragrance is on the board. He's going to get rid of my Baron, but then he's going to go into the Arise Heart. That's fine. I'm going to return my monster to bring out my level 4 Synchro, and it's going to be back to my turn. Now my opponent is going to declare Synchro monsters. I'm going to send Imperm because now this is my turn, so it doesn't matter for that. And I'm going to bring the level 6 back. Now, sure, that wasn't maybe the craziest play, but with the amount of resources I am dedicating to this combo, I think I'll be completely fine. with the two toy box monsters in the back row, with us also getting rid of his two Kashtira monsters in the front, I think we're good. He can't attack my back row because of toy box, and if he does do anything that I don't like, I can instantly use the effect to pop one of my toys and then go into Formula Synchron to set myself up for a quick synchro piece. Now my opponent is going to attempt to take away my thing, but I'm instantly going to quick sync it off to dodge his point of interaction and go into a Chaos Angel. Since he did take away the Baron, Baron would be the better pick here, but hey, Chaos Angel that's unaffected, not too bad. We're going to get ourselves access to Sylvie as well, and we are going to pop our opponent's Fenrir. That will be the game. Hey, it's not my fault my deck plays around anti-spell fragments a little bit better than yours. Alright, my opponent is going first. I instantly shotgun the Maxi. Hey, more cards for me. Keep playing, bud. I'm going to stop you when I get a chance, but until then, you're good to go. My opponent decides to not play into the Maxi, a wise decision in this current format. My hand is huge, especially with toy box stuff. We're going to normal summon the Rusia. Set the toy tank to give us access to a star in the draw. Didn't need the star, but with toy tank, we will be able to special summon it as well. Gonna use a star to, or special summon a star using toy tank. Then we're gonna recycle the toy soldiers from our deck to have popping material for our guys. Now Sylvie is here. We have two traps to have access with. Now unfortunately our opponent did take our cool stuff in our our Diabolese, but that's fine. We're gonna pitch a star to get rid of the Kashtira Birth. I'm going to destroy the two monsters on the field, and my opponent now reveals he is on Orchest. We're gonna set 2 and end there. We have a good amount of interaction with the effect of the trap at our disposal, as well as the toy box being able to protect us. Now our opponent is going to grab the field spell, and this will give him access to the other guy in Oak. Now my goal here is just pretty much to survive and flip as many cards face down as I possibly can, and or banish. Now I'm going to use the effect of this guy to special summon the level 12 in silver. Now I'm going to use the effect of this guy, but it's going to be the last interaction. So unfortunately I did play this wrong, because he's going to get access to his Snake-Eye's Oak after the effect of me flipping. So I have to use the Phalanx as well. Now my opponent is going to go into his Orchest combos. He sends for the Nightmare Orchest, links off the Linkaribo, and gets out Galatea. Galatea is on the field. He's also going to sacrifice that Snake-Eye's Ash to get back the Linkaribo. He's going to increase to send another piece and also give himself access to the Negate and Crescendo. I love Orchest. I really want to play the deck one day. Definitely a deck I'm very interested in trying. Next up, he's going to get the Link 3 of the Orchest monsters, recycle the Link 2, and he's also going to recycle his 2 guys back into the deck to remove my Coral Dragon. That's fine. Give me a card. He's next going to go into his Dingirsu. Dingirsu is going to be able to send 1 card, and I'm going to allow it. I'm going to block the first attack to eat the material. That's going to trigger Toy Soldier. Toy Soldier is going to get us another toy box. Now our opponent is going to take away a Toy Soldier. That's fine, and I'll take the 1800. But with this board, I only have to play through 1 piece of interaction, and that's the Crescendo. Now he summons his Snake-Eye's Ash, and that will give him access to the Snake-Eye, or summon the Oak to give him access to the Ash, and the Field Spell by doing that will give him access to the Poplar. So he has a huge amount of stuff with him here. He's in a really good spot. We're going to see our opponent bring out Linkaribo back and also have a huge amount of monsters at his disposal. Really have to play my cards right and try to finish this turn. Now our hand is good. I'm going to start off with using our toy box to get our toys from the graveyard. Next up, we're going to use our guy to get access to Toy Soldier. We add to hand a star, but we're going to use Toy Tank and our Toy Soldier as material to trigger a star. Now, that crescendo isn't the worst for us. Reason being, Toy Soldier still special summons itself and we get access to another card. I think I just added a toy box because I didn't want to eat all of my white forest targets out of deck. Just in case I do get access to another star at least. Now we're going to bring out Crescendo. I'm going to send one of those toy boxes to get access to a Veiler. I have another star engraved. We're going to sync off into the level 8 of choice in Vsauce Armor Terrasas. I really butchered that. Don't mention that in the comments. We're going to go with Toy Soldier and Vsauce into a level 12. And we are going to get out our Centurion Legacia. Legacia, we're going to pop and get rid of the Dingirsu. Next up, we're going to use Tank to get ourselves access to our Primera. Primera effect, we're going to send a card from hand. We're going to send that map to get access to the Trudea. We're going to use the effect of Trudea to increase itself to a level 8 instantly to get ourselves access to a Crimson Dragon. Now, Crimson Dragon is here, and this is where it gets interesting. I'm pretty much going to force my opponent to take as much damage as he possibly can with this red Supernova. Because if he uses that Karibo effect, he'll lose his whole entire board. Now, Synchro Rumble as well. I shouldn't have activated that. I actually could have made him take a little bit more damage. Also, didn't have to activate that, but live and learn. We're going to destroy as much monsters as we can, and I'm going to set to and end the turn there. Getting access to Trudea in the process, 2 cards in hand, 1 quick play trap. My opponent is going to use conversion. I'm going to use my reframing negate on that because that's the only way he can probably out my Supernova. Next up, we're going to use the Trudea to get ourselves access to our level 12. Now I'm kind of hoping he isn't playing 2 of the conversion spell. If he is, I'm slightly in more danger if so. Now Crimson Dragon's going to come out and we are going to see him use Poplar. I'm going to negate it just in case, actually, because I do realize he could be playing the second conversion, and we are going to copy the level 12 Synchro to get ourselves access to the Cosmic Blazar. Now with this we have a negate in Veiler, a negate in Cosmic Blazar, and a board wipe as soon as he activates an effect I don't like. Now he's instantly going to go into the SP Little Knight. I'm going to chain Cosmic Blazar to the summon of that. Just to out it right away, he's going to get his Poplar to the back row. He's going to attempt to summon his guys. That is where the Snake-Eye's Flame Burge comes out. He's going to target, and I'm going to negate with the Veiler. Still not too worried in the situation. We have the life point advantage. We have a good piece. This makes me feel safer with what I'm doing. Typhon comes out, meaning he's on his last ditch effort. So he is gonna out his he's gonna out my red Supernova, but Legacia is still there. I still have access to synchro plays, and look at that, he ran out of time before that. On to the last game. Alright, we're going first. An interesting hand, but the hand works. Using our level 4 tutor, we're going to send Toy Soldier, and our opponent is going to reveal the Maxi. Luckily for us, we do have the cross out, so we're good there. And we are going to see our, we're going to be able to continue. Using Toy Soldier to get us access to our toy box. We have the tails in hand, so we can still get access to our other guys. We're going to use our toy box first to get ourselves access to our toys, and then we are going to use Estelies to convert one of them into the Astar. Use the toy tank to bring out the Astar. But we're going to go into synchros before that. Since we have access to a Baron as soon as we possibly can, as well as to do that, we need to go through Vsauce. We don't have to, but getting access to that continue counter trap will be good for us in the next turn. Baron is here. Now we will use our other guy to go into a star, pitch the toy soldier to get access to Sylvie effect, getting ourselves woes. Now we're gonna pretty much just go into the combo pretty generically as we would any other time. Now we're gonna send that woes to get ourselves access to Valor. We want more hand traps for our opponent's turn, as well as get ourselves woes back. Getting woes back and getting a star back means we can summon Yubel. Now in this situation we could still go for the Centurion combo, so we're still completely fine. Now we're going to use Yubel to recycle Crossout as well, another piece of protection. We're going to use our level 4 to recycle the level 6 tuner, Synchro, to get ourselves access to the 12. Now Centurion Ox is the 12 of choice. We are going to add it to hand, and we are going to use Wake Up to send Crossout. Crossout could have been good, but in this situation all of our other hand pieces are better. We're going to use Primera to get ourselves access to Phalanx, use Wake Up Centurion to get ourselves access to a level 8, and then we are going to sync off the level 8 and level 4 during our turn to go into a Crimson Dragon. Now Crimson Dragon is going to get ourselves access to Synchro Rumble, and we are going to see go into get ourselves Sylvie just to have in the field, so we can use our 2 traps instead of putting Primera back there. So on board, I just want to go over real quick. On board we have a Baron negate, a Cosmic Blazard negate, woes pretty much can be used to flip all of our opponent's monsters face down, a trap negate, Omni negate, Centurion Phalanx negate, Effect Veiler, and a Maxi, as well as with Trudea we have access to another Cosmic Blazar. Now our opponent is going to reveal the Mud Dragon and surrender. Just wanted to show off full combo and what it looks like, especially to the point where you have full combo where you can also search for an Effect Veiler. That's insane to me. Alright guys, I'll see you guys in the deck list in just a second. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my Centurion deck list as of right now. It worked pretty good. I have no complaints. Didn't brick as much as I used to with this list. We're running a very small Centurion package now, and the newest addition is the map. We're playing the map at 2, which is really broken. Giving your ability to search for a star instantly. Sure, you might lose to Ash, but you would lose to Ash in those situations anyway. The extra deck, honestly, I went into every single piece at least once, so I think it's absolutely perfect. Only piece I might switch out is Typhon, but Typhon actually won me some games. But this is the Master Rank deck list. I think this is one of the best forms of Centurion White Forest, especially with consistency. You could also go for other plays, like I've seen Scar Dragon Archfiend in the extra deck to get yourself access to even more non-tuner synchros. But this deck works super well. I got to Master Rank pretty early. The season just refreshed and I'm already there. So I hope you guys are enjoying the videos. This is Monday's upload, but I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, guys.